So what we're going to look at now is breath and click removal. Removing breaths and removing clicks can really improve the sound of your video production. So let's have a look at some simple techniques we can use to do that. So what I've done now is I've resized the window and I'm really making this part big, because what I'm going to do now is go into breath and click removal. Now, the reason I've stretched it is because I want to see these peaks here. Now, I know my own voice and I've edited it enough times to know that's one of my breaths. So how do you get rid of a breath? Well, there's one here. Let me show you how to get rid of this one. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this side, cut that side. We're going to go to our selection tool. We're going to click on this. And all we're going to do is press the left bracket key. And you're going to see that little line appearing here, this line. What you are essentially doing is you are taking the audio down. So I just press that a few times and then that's going to lower the breath. Now, some people like to leave a little bit of breath in there, so you can do that. If you want to remove all of the breath, bring it all the way down. If you want to bring it back up, use the right bracket key on your PC next to your enter key. So down and up. So I usually take this down, hold it down, a few clicks, and that is how you remove breaths. So what about clicks? When you get a click in your audio, as you're scanning through and you're listening and you're editing, every now and again, you're going to pick up maybe a mouse click or a background click, some type of click. Sometimes you're even going to pick up a click in the person's voice when they smack their lips, like that, or they just swallow while they're talking. They're going to create little clicking noises. So we need to know how to remove those little clicks if we want really good quality audio. So what I've got is I've got a section of audio here, and right at the end there's a little click. And what I want you to do is just listen for that little click. But what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to cut this audio here and here. This is the first step in click removal once we've found a click. So let's just have a listen now, and I want you to see if you can spot the click. I had a little bit of a cold when I recorded this video, so you're going to have to forgive my voice.
People are interested in your content.
Okay, now I don't know if you caught it, but right at the end there's a little click.
In your content.
Right there. Okay, so right here's a little click. So how do I get rid of that little click? It's actually in my voice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click. I'm going to edit clip in Adobe Audition, and you're going to understand now why I use Premiere Pro and Audition, because we can go backwards and forwards with errors like this. So I'm going to edit the clip in Adobe Audition. So when we come to the window, this view doesn't help us to see the click. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the bottom here, and we're going to see this tiny little expansion. So we're going to click on that. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring this down a bit, so we've got a bit of a balance. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to press play.
People are interested in your content. People are interested in your content. People are interested in your content.
And when it passes here, this point here, there's a little click. I can see the little click. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to narrow. So I'm just going to select the range a little bit. And this bit here is where the click is. Now, if you listen,
content.
That's the click. And we need to remove that. So let's click out of that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to select the lasso tool at the top here. So on our top bar, we're going to see the lasso tool. We're going to select that. We're then going to come down here and we're going to draw around, without picking anything else up, this little click, which is showing above. So sometimes the click's a little bit lower. This one's quite high, but the same principle applies. And then we're going to right click and we're going to auto heal selection. Click out. And now when we sample and play,
content,
our click has disappeared. And all I would do is I would click close. It asks me to save. I'm going to say yes. And then when I press play here, that click will be gone.
Your content, then we can.
There's another click at the beginning, which you might have heard there. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to right click. I'm going to edit the clip in Adobe Audition. And we're going to press play. And that's actually a clip from my breath. Let me show you another way to do the same thing. I'm going to right click, select all this time. I'm going to come down to where auto heal selection was, but I'm going to select the one above it, which is silence. And that's going to completely mute that section. I'm going to click close. I'm going to click yes. But if you listen now,
then we can do what we call
our click has disappeared.